Welcome back to RimWorld. JC here, and Bear has just cracked out another masterwork bed. Why are we suddenly working on another bedroom? I couldn't find the mute button in time. Oh there. Bless me. Hey, this little chap here. I accepted it. And yeah, the Armadillo Men and the Miasma group. They're both chasing him. Both these will raid you in 3 days. Both groups will raid us. If they happen to arrive on the same side of the map, they may very well shoot each other first. Or they'll decide not to shoot each other because they want to kill us. And they'll just get gunned down anyway. Not particularly that much of a problem. Our poor little grav jumper not doing so well. It's almost ready to go. I just need to slap some cargo somewhere. You know, that's the preferred place to put it so it can be drained into the tank. But yeah, we need to put all these engines in, but these engines require 4 components each. We don't kind of have that much spare componentage. Steel? Yeah, on steel. Not much in the way of components. Funny that. I have also installed the modular table, which allows us to upgrade our weaponry. So many upgrades. As you can see from here, most of which require some number of components and some amount of steel. A little bit of a problematic thing there at the moment. On account of us, you know, not having the components. So at this point, I'm just letting them carry on with this. We've still got far too much limestone chunks in here, so we'll be doing all of this limestone. I'll explain why I've had to do this, but yeah, sun lamp area. That'll be important later, or could become important if events happen. But we're basically just getting things done, and then I need to pull in half a ton of marble to slowly but surely work on dining room. No, the recreation room. So that they'll actually have a decent rec room. They've got decent enough dining room. It's somewhat impressive. Oh, gun turret's finished. Okay. Now, what was I looking for? Okay. Got precision rifling. That's fine. Some more ones have popped up. What are you? That's at the start. That is important. That's the start of the defensive network stuff. We need that. Right. You can tell where it is because it says source defensive network. That's the mod it's from. Biotech, base game. Okay. Right, we need to figure out what do I want to research next. Well, we do need chem fuel. This will give me access to all the chem fuel refining. What's the nutrient paste? I know one of these gives me. Might be off of. So I'm going to do the biofuel refining. Oh wait, no. Biofuel refining. You keep going down. Maybe. Material engineering. There you go. Simple nutrient paste. Yep. Nutrient paste refinery. That's what we'll be using to make chem fuel. We grow lots of crops, we fill this up, and it just refines paste into chem fuel. Which you can already do. You can just take raw organics, pass it through another machine and make chem fuel anyway. So we're just automating it. It's all fine. I should really give this man a bed. There you go. That's your bedroom. They're very quickly just knocking you out a sort of alright bedroom. He can at least defend himself. This person cannot. On account of their genetics making them absolutely awful at it. Like -8. They'd have to get to learned level 9 just to have the equivalent of 1 level. That's why she said to flee. So, yeah. You've got a carbine, and there you go. This is all the stuff we can attach to it, to modify it, and change it, and do whatever. We're going to leave that alone until when we've got the ability to just make components. We don't need that kind of an upgrade just yet. So, go back. Why am I building this? This is an emergency hydroponics. Good point. That's fire foam. Hydroponics. Now, yes, I could use these automated ones, but they're a bit... I'm just going to use standard hydroponics basins. But now that I pull that out, that will be something that I will need to do. Because Vanilla Events Expanded has updated and has new stuff. Droughts, whereas I used to be able to just keep growing them in fertile soil, does not work like that. It's if they're outside or not. So if they're not in hydroponics, if it was in hydroponics before, it was immune to it. But before it was, it gave a flat fertility knockdown, which means fertile soil was still able to grow crops. Doesn't work like that anymore. So if you get a drought, you need another way of producing food. There are also new events. You can have a whiteout, which is one of the major purple events. It's replaced the global cooling. Yeah. It was a weird one, and I disabled them because they were annoying more than anything else. Not anymore, they're re-enabled. You have to go, it's a multi-stage event chain, basically. Which is interesting. I've read through them and went, alright, challenging, but if you've got the right provisions, you can survive. The point of this is to give me the ability, should anything happen to this zone, I can kick these into action and still have food. That's the whole point. I will build it eventually. Yes, these are glass walls to allow light in through the side, and I have stubs skylights so we can have light coming in from the top, which means I do not need to necessarily put in a grow lamp or a sun lamp. I've put this and made this in because one of the events is the sun goes out for about a year. Rather problematic, really, you would have thought, if you need light to grow plants. So in that event, I leave the center spot open. I just build a grow lamp there, a sun lamp, and it will cover this area, which is why I've got this ready. So I will place all the hydroponics within this, leaving the center spot open for emergencies. We don't need that just there all the time, so I hid that. What else are we doing while we're waiting for them to build the walls, lay the flooring? I don't understand why they suddenly get fixated on doing other things. Can you make... Oh, right, of course, because you're fixating on making the concrete mix. Oh, perfect. Let's slow that down. At least excellent, so it matches everybody else's stuff. I want these at least excellent. As soon as you manage to crank out a masterwork bed, you might as well keep up with it. It's a decent bed. It's not the slightly impressive that the command team have got, but once these are in, it'll be slightly impressive. Your little box room. Yes, I could go around and replace some of these with windows, so people actually have windows. Equally as much, I could just put a skylight in there. Is it absolutely 100% necessary at this very moment to do that? No. No, it is not. Am I going to bother? No. Why should I? We have far better things to be spending our time and effort on. Well, at least the research squad's getting on with it. You're still making concrete. We are starting to pull marble chunks in. I will eventually get this all done. This is all oh, that's limestone. That's limestone. That's the concrete mix, because nobody's really going in there that much. I know what that's storage for. Can't remember for the life of me what that was the storage for. Oh yeah, nutrient-based survival meals. That's what that area was for. That's why there's a nutrient-based network up here. Words. What was the purpose of that? What was the loop for? Well, these can stay as dark rooms because nobody really needs to go into them very often. Made a masterwork end table. There, really. There, my man. You make a masterwork there. Either way. What speed are we on? Too slow. That's what it was. Too slow. There's a lot of wood lying on the floor. Nobody's collecting it because... Hauling? No, no, no. That's for somebody else to do. That's what everybody's thinking. It's like, I'm not doing hauling. Hauling's for somebody else to go and do that. I'm sorry, your lordships and ladyships. We have a cleaning Roomba. We do not have a hauler. Eventually, I'll just have this thing just running around permanently. Because I will have stopped giving a what's not. Oh, I will have stopped giving a what's it about it. If we have tons and tons of wood left over, we've still got to build 2 more bedrooms, mind you. But if we do still have tons of wood left over, we can make a nice deck along here. And some sun lounges and stuff like that. Very nice. So that, you know, people can relax here while the automated defences gun down anything trying to come in through the front door. What have you got? What have you made? Furniture bears a portrayal of chip. Well, mining rich vein of uranium on the first. Yeah, I'm sure he really needs to see that. Well, it's slightly impressive. There you go. He's got a slightly impressive bedroom, just like virtually everybody else has a slightly impressive bedroom. That's a big old vein of steel. Which is good. We need to... we've got to wait for the cotton to come along. And we can make defensive clothing for our newer recruits. Nope. Look! They're finally onto making limestone. Praise be. Mostly because they've used up all the concrete stuff. So now they have to do all the limestone. Oy. Finally. You know... Could you, like, haul the maybe 300 wood we've got scattered around the place into a single location? So it's not outside. Perhaps. Possibly. Maybe. People. Free components! Thank you! It's almost like they can hear my complaints about not having enough components. We're going to need the marble anyway. Plus, we do really, yeah. Get this area clear. I can't remember how far the wall stretches out. It's like somewhere over here, maybe. Fine, I have a plan for lining everything back up again. Well, I know the wall comes through here somewhere, so I don't have to do this chunk. because it would be inside a mountain. Oh, that's disconcerting. It's undiscovered, but it's not actually rock. Yeah, don't look at that. Alright, what came after... Oh, that's the industrial lathe. That was solar paneling, obviously. Where was the... Huh. Wait. Oh, Progression Factory's automated biofuel refining. That's fine. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. That is chem fuel sorted. Light machine gun, light sniper, shielded SMG turret. Yes, build that. I mean, we do want to move on to precision rifling at some point. Because that will give us, apparently, scopes, assault rifles, battle rifle, carbine, marksman's rifle, the saw that is a squad assault or automatic weapon. That's what JC is using. I am confusing my characters, which is shocking. And, you know, just a single rocket launcher. Is that the... Oh no, that is a single-use rocket launcher that fires a large-bore explosive rocket. Fires explosive rockets. It's a single-use, but plural. Got one tube. Good against small groups of tough targets. On a... Not really. You've got armor penetration of 20%. That is not a particularly... I wouldn't have called that a particularly decent use of a single-use explosive. Anti-tank shells? Yes. Fire that and then blast some poor fool into oblivion. Maybe somebody in a mech suit, that'll be an exosuit, or a particularly mean and nasty mechanoid. So for the most part, we've got weaponry that will deal with mechanoid. You're joking. You are having a giggle. I can modify the mechanoid's rifles. Oh dear. Oh, glorious days. That is interesting. Projectile. See, 80% armor penetration. It's nice. You just pull up this and it pulls up all the weapons details, which is good. That's handy. But it does show that, yes, the mech weapon is designed for countering mechs. Who would have thunk it? We've got a lot of steel, but I'm just going to wait till they've dug it all out. So mass storage is alright. See? One of the first times ever I make a prison early on. And then I get people join us for free. So, you know. Typical. We'll eventually replace those with actual beds. Eclipse better not last very long. We don't have a major draw on power. There's not a lot of permanent power pulls, so we can last for a while, but we are kind of dependent on solar, which would be a problem if we got the long night event, which is where the sun goes out, but it's basically a very long-term eclipse. How would we fix that? I should really do that. But I'm keeping that on so people can actually see what the hell I'm doing. How would we fix it? We'd have to use chem fuel generators, which would put a strain on our chem fuel producer, which would put a strain on our nutrient paste reserves. Medium caliber automated weaponry. The Avenger twin autocannon turret, the Gemini Gatling turret, and a Sentinel HMG-4 armored machine gun turret. Sounds nice. Tell you what, I'll do precision rifling first. Then we can move on to medium grade, because these are 2x2s. These are 1x1. 2x2. The follow-on from that, some of the really chunky stuff from this mod, are 3x3s. The defensive line is supposed to have like one 3x3 for very important or high armored targets. At the moment we don't have a defensive line because we don't have an outer wall. There was a major fire, as you can see. All the trees are just burnt stumps, which won't be as much of a problem when I finally get the walls built. Eventually, maybe. Oh, more steel. That is a large lump of steel. All of that is steel. Well, I know where next I'm going for my steel. If you're thinking that if I put a wall in here, this would make a brilliant infestation trap, you're correct. That is a great infestation trap. IEDs may eventually actually be placed in there, so the bugs can come out and then get blasted. Oh no! A group of pirates from the Armadillo Men have arrived in transport pods. They'll prepare for a while and then attack. They're coming for the colonist. Where are they landing? You got, what, some pistols? It's a grenade. Bolt action rifle. LMG, more pistols. Some grenades. Oh, there. Because they got grenades, they've got a little grenade icon next to them. What I can do is look at people like this and go, okay, who are the priority targets? Yes, mark that as a kill. Is that because they've got high defense or something? Yeah, they've got high defense. They've also got double-aged whiskey in their pocket because obviously you bring that to a fight. Right, well, I just checked the time and I think we will deal with this little lot at the start of next episode. Yay! Some bunch of fools to go and murk. But on that note, thank you for watching. And until next time, this is JC.